Hello and welcome to English Speaking 360. Today we are showing you how to make great if sentences with the 4 types of conditionals in English. There are 4 basic types of conditional sentences in English. For example, if you heat ice, it melts. If it rains, I will stay home. If I had money, I would buy a car. If I had seen you, I would have said hello. And we will also give you a practice quiz to see how good you are at making conditional sentences. The first type of conditional is called the zero conditional. It is used for facts or things that are always true. So, for example, if I drink coffee at night, I don't sleep well. The construction of an if sentence is always the same. The first is the if clause, the condition. So if I drink coffee at night, when the condition is met, the result happens. I don't sleep well. And also notice the verb tenses. If plus simple present, and in the result clause is also the simple present. Another example. If you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. It's a fact. If you add 2 and 2, you get 4. It's a fact. It's always true. Now, the second kind of conditional is called the first conditional, and it is used for possible situations in the future. The construction is the same, but the verb tenses are different. You notice the beginning is the same, simple present, but in the result clause we use the simple future, not the simple present. If it is sunny tomorrow, we will go to the beach. If you marry me, I will love you forever. If you study hard, you will pass your exam. All of these are things that can possibly happen in the future. There is a chance of it happening. Now, the third one is called the second conditional, and it is used for imaginary situations. Here's an example. If I won the lottery, I would travel the world. Now, you see, in this case, I probably don't even have a lottery ticket. So it's only in my imagination. There is no chance of this happening. So if I won the lottery, I would travel the world. In this case, we use the simple past in the condition clause, and we use would plus an infinitive. The infinitive is the base form of the verb in the result clause. If I spoke English well, I would get a good job. But I don't speak English well. It's only in my imagination. If I were you, I would go to the party. But I am not you. It's impossible. And also notice that we say if I were you, not if I was you. This is important and I will explain later. Now, the third type of conditional, the last one, is used for revisiting the past and expressing regret. The construction is the same, but once again, the verb tenses are different, and these verb tenses are very difficult, so be careful. If the weather had been good, I would have gone hiking. Now, was the weather good? No, it wasn't. So that's why we are revisiting the past. We are going back in time and we are changing the past. If the weather had been good, but the weather wasn't good, I would have gone hiking. So if plus add plus PP, the PP is the past participle. Had plus PP is the past perfect verb tense. In the result clause, we use would plus have plus PP. Have plus PP is the present perfect verb tense. If I had had enough money, I would have bought an iPhone. Yeah, I know this one sounds strange because of had. But when we speak very often, we use the contraction. If I'd had enough money, I would have bought an iPhone. And the last one, if I had played, we would have won the game. But remember, I didn't play. It didn't happen in the past. So it's a kind of regret. I should have played, but I didn't. Now, let's go with a quiz. Let's practice together. And you're lucky because at the bottom, I will give you the 4 different conditional types of sentences. Let's go with our first question. Here's the situation. Lend me money, pay back next week. Okay, so it will go like this. If you me some money, I you back next week. Now, if you listen carefully, you know that this is a possible situation in the future. So in the first blank, you need a simple present verb. If you lend me some money, and then the second blank is the simple future. I will pay you back next week. Here's another situation. I don't know her phone number. Know her phone number? Call her. This is an imaginary situation because I don't know her phone number. If I knew her phone number, I would call her. Stand in the rain, get wet. It is a fact. It's always true. So if you stand in the rain, you get wet. Situation, I am not you. I am you. Quit that bad job. It is also an imaginary situation. So if I were you, I would quit that bad job. Now this one is a difficult case, so be careful. Here we go. If there is the verb to be in your if clause, so you have to use if I were you. As I said before, it's not is if I was you. If I were you, if you were me, if he were him, if we were them, if you were them, if they were us, for example. It's all were with the verb to be. I was late for work. Alarm clock ring, not late for work. This one is more challenging. This one is a regret, something that didn't happen in the past and we go back and we change it. If my alarm clock had rung, I wouldn't have been late for work. I see Anna, I tell her about the event. It's a possible situation in the future, so if I see Anna, I will tell her about the event. I wasn't invited to the party. If invited, go to the party. It is a regret. It didn't happen in the past. So if I had been invited, I would have gone to the party. I am not outgoing. I am more outgoing, have more friends. This one is an imaginary situation. If I were more outgoing, I would have more friends. Excellent! Hey, if I were you, I would watch these videos too. See you in our next video. Bye bye!